already, many of the mechanisms that are designed to control that are being removed, at least temporarily. So we're going to see fraud, waste, and abuse go up. I appreciate what you're saying, but the Corps of Engineers does not fund our highway system. That comes directly through the transportation bill. The Corps of Engineers does not do it. So they have money, but not for highways.
I'm getting different from the senators. I understand your view.
Yes, sir.
In respect to the immigration issue.
Okay. The immigration, as you know, there was an agreement in 1986 where we would give amnesty to 3 million people who were here illegally in exchange for making sure that the borders were protected and we would have internal security and we would end the problem. Well, one side met up with the deal, President Reagan, the other side never did. So we still have open borders, but we did give amnesty. Through the years, there have been efforts to fix this problem, and nothing's ever happened. We even funded prolonging the fence. If money was never even spent. The money's still on account someplace, never done. And the Senate passed a bill that would create amnesty immediately for 11 million people who are here illegally. And even the proponents of the bill say that the security, the border security, and the internal security is a joke. That's their term, not mine. So there's nothing in this bill in the Senate. That's the reason why we didn't take it up. It's problematic. We do need to reform immigration. We need to protect our borders. And the polls say this. 80, 90%, I don't care whether you're Democrat or Republican, people say that we need border security first, and then we go on to take care of the other problems. What's so hard about that? So my position is, let's take care of the border. And there's plenty of things we can do innovatively, both on the legal immigration side. We can look at who is here illegally and what we can do. There's a lot of things we can do. We've got to start first things first. Yes, sir. Real quickly, we'll make this a rapid round.
My question is, do you support a flat tax?
I do support a flat tax. We need tax reform. We need a flatter tax, fewer deductions, lower marginal tax rate. Simplify, make it where it's one-page form, you just fill in the dots and vote for John.
My second question is, I made 3 years old. I never had insurance until I did start working. Sturdy.
Yeah.
And long enough to retire. And I notice now, my retirement.
The library will be closing in 20 minutes. This is the last call to pay fines or to apply for a library card. Library computers and printers will be shutting down in 15 minutes, so please start finalizing your work and submitting your print job.
I was getting there.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
When I went to certain age, they switch you over from retirement to Social Security.
Right.
I'd like to have my Social Security check back on my life.
Yeah, that's a complex problem that we don't have time. I wish I had a solution, but I don't. Yes.
First off, congratulations on Heritage Action, sort of the voting score.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes.
The second thing, what is going on with that? I understand the state department said that there's 30 people over there who are not being held testifying.
Yeah.
Yet I haven't heard anything about that. They call it.
Okay, real quickly, Benghazi. We don't really understand why there were 35 CIA agents on the ground there. There is a suggestion, some reports that there was a weapon transfer going on with Libya. I'm sorry, with Syria. Don't know, don't have full verification of that. But for some reason, the administration does not want members of Congress talking to the people that were in Benghazi about what went on. So many questions that are yet unaddressed on that. Yes, sir, you have an answer to the question. Yes.
I just have one quick question. You frequently express a dislike of Washington politics.
Yes.
What goes on?
Right.
Distrust of that.
Yes.
And you just don't like the government. Isn't you running for Congress kind of like our system
That's an interesting metaphor. But one of the biggest problems with Washington is Washington serves Washington. Isn't it time that Washington began to serve the people? And, well, it's not going to happen as long as politicians are taking care of each other and slapping each other on the back and saying everything is fine, we don't need to fix anything around here. Washington's never going to improve. So the original model for Congress was citizens who step off the farm or take the apron, step around the counter from their business to go to Washington and to represent the people, okay? That's what it's all about, is representing the people. But I can tell you that Washington, I don't have to tell you how problematic Washington is. Washington is broke, folks. You don't need me to tell you that. And I just simply refuse to accept the status quo. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm not here to candy coat it, okay? I'm here to try to help it. I want to reform Washington and bring Washington back where it needs to be. Yes, sir. I'll come back to you, but let me
Congressman, as chairman of the subcommittee on fisheries, wildlife, ocean, and insular affairs, are you familiar with the 2012 NOAA State of Climate Report?
I am.
And how do you square that, reconcile that with your endorsement of the statement that global warming is a religion?
I do believe that people follow the global warming concept in a religious way, and they ignore a lot of the
You denied it.
Well, I'm not going to allow you to put words in my mouth. I can just.
You did it.
I will be happy to tell you and answer any question you have, but I'm not going to repeat words that you say I've said.
Do you believe in global warming?
I
Yes or
believe-
no?
I believe that the earth has cooled and warmed a number of times in history. And I think that it is not settled science that whatever trends may have occurred over the last 50 years are man-made. I'm sorry, and there are a lot of scientists that agree with me.
2%.
What's interesting is that we have seen absolute flatness in any warming trends over the last 15 years. And that does not correlate with the models. The guy who came up with the original model, and you can shake your head if you want. The guy who came up with the original model said, this data is falling completely off the grid. And so we're going back and looking at that. I don't think the current theories actually comport with the original predictions. And we can disagree with that. It's perfectly okay. You don't have to mock somebody, make fun of them if you disagree. Yes, sir.
Fleming, concerned about transportation, because again, it's so important that we have as much in-town area as possible. The other issue that I'm working on is Amtrak. I'm Amtrak passengers, cross passengers. Texas is estimating that I-20 between Dallas, Texas, and Shreveport will grow at 2020.
I tell you, why don't we hold this and we can do it offline because everybody's leaving. I want to be able to say goodbye to everybody. Folks, I appreciate y'all coming by. If you want to stick around for just a brief